Yo guys, so today is day 43 of 365. We have only 322 days left in the year 2025. So basically, today I continued trading my profit and I lost twice again today. So currently we are 3.5% down. Yesterday I lost one trade and I break even one. I was 1.5% down yesterday, so today minus 2%, that's 3.5, minus 3.5% down on our profit. That means we have 6.5% um, trades to go. I'm not giving up, guys. I'm still going to come out of Jordan. Funny thing was that I actually made a video, prior to this video I'm shooting now, that I wanted to chill or put a break on, you know, trading the profit. I wanted to put the profit challenge on the hold for a while, but then why? What's the reason for putting it on hold? I saw some of your comments and some of the comments you guys typed or you guys sent to the channel. It encouraged me. It encouraged me a bit. So basically, I'm not putting this program on hold. I'm going to be passing this program this month. Stay tuned, guys. It's just minus 3.5%. If I can get to one good trade or two good trades, I'll be out of drawdown. If I can get a trade with 4R or 4%, I'll be out of drawdown. If I can get a trade with 3R, I'll be 0.5% drawdown, basically break even. So yeah, we just have to stay grounded and stick to the strategy. It's either I pass this problem using my strategy, or you know I don't even pass it at all. You understand? I rather use my strategy to the end of this problem, than change strategy. While trying to while because of I lost a few trades. You get, so I just have to follow the process. I told you guys that I had two problems prior last year. And the reason why I lost those two profit was because I was changing strategy every single time while I use a profit. So basically, I'm not going to make that mistake this year. So I'm going to use one strategy throughout. I changed my mind. I'm not going to be using the Hamari or the Harami that I was talking about yesterday. No, I'm sticking with my hammerhead candlestick confirmation. That's what I have back tested, and that's what I have from tested throughout the month of January, and I saw that it was good. The only reason why this profit challenge is taking a toll on me is because I've missed my good trades, and and I haven't missed the bad trades. You get, so the losing trades I haven't missed them, and the winning trades I have missed a lot. So it looks as if I am losing, while that is not even the full story. You get the full story, or the truth, like is like the truth is not being reflected on my trading. You understand? The real stuff is not being reflected on my trading. What's being reflected is just the losses. Profit are not reflected. You get, if the profits were to be if the profits were were reflected, where I would have been by now. This profit, maybe by now we'll be trading funded account, but as it is, there's nothing we can do. We just have to move forward. You get, I feel that I was afraid of trading a profit account prior to now, but that is a story of another day. We're going to dive deep into that another time, not now, when I feel free to share what I was experiencing before today. But I feel like I have found a solution to what I was feeling, my feelings. I was reading a book, and it just came to me that, oh wow, this might have been, this is what might have been happening to me or occurring in my training journey, that I didn't know. It was subconscious. I wasn't fully aware of it until I saw it inside a particular book I was reading. So it was not a trading book, but it's a good book. Okay, so as I saw it, I just knew, okay, this is what was going on, and now I have to try to fix that as much as I can. So I'm going to keep on trading um profit account. I'm gonna keep on trading. So today is just Tuesday. We still have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to get out of drawdown. And that's how it is. The future is set in stone, guys. We can still pass the profit. So basically, um, this month, since I lost yesterday, lost today, would have been in maybe like a 10.5% profit. If all things going well, why? Let's just put it like this month we're in a 10.5% profit, but we are in a 3.5% drawdown from our profit. You know. So basically, um, yeah, that is how it is. So don't forget, we're still going to be passing this profit. And guys, I noticed one thing. I noticed that anytime I trade out of the MT5 platform, I don't always perform optimally. Yeah, you know that your environment can change, can affect your trading. That's the truth. Your environment can affect your trading. You understand? It's just like as a student, if you go home, for example, as a student, you go home, there's enough food, there's enough everything, you are very, very comfortable. You eat well, you sleep well, there's a less tendency that you're going to read. As a student, as a university student of the university, you won't even read. Like this Christmas break, you understand that students are allowed to go without writing exam. Most students do not read. Yeah, but if you're in school, if you're in your hostel, there is no comfort, at times food no dey na only garri dey. You get, so you have this flair and this hunger, appetite to read, and you will understand. And also at home they can disturb you. They'll say, okay, Junior, come and wash plate. Junior, come buy fuel. Junior, come and do this. Junior, will be sending you message, different message. So you won't get that time and opportunity to read apart from particular time, which is nice. But you know, if you are in school, you are in control of your life, you are in control of your activities. So basically, you can have time to actually read. So that is the way it is too. I noticed that anytime I use MT5 to trade, I am always performing optimally and effectively. I always perform better. That's what I see. I actually notice. But anytime I use other platform like um match, is it match trader? No, it's not match. It's not match trader. Like I think the platform that Maven is using is not C trader. It's the other platform. Yeah, it's a match trader. Yes. When I was using match trader for my Mavens, I wasn't able to perform optimally. Now I'm using Trade Locker for funding pips. I'm not able to perform optimally. So basically, I guess the next problem that I'm going to get is going to be a problem that is MT5 based. You get, that uses MT5, because I feel like I perform better using MT5. Like when I went to my demo, when I was trading my demo, it was MT5 I was using. I noticed that I was performing better. Immediately I just come online, I'll be able to execute easily. So I have learned from this. It's not that I'm not saying that the reason why I'm 3.5% down is because of I'm using trade locker. No, that's not the reason. I made my decision, I made my choices. You get, and I have to live with it. I have to get comfortable to the platform that I'm using to trade this platform. I have to get comfortable, I have to adjust, I have to adapt. Get, but I noticed that's my observation, that when I use MT5, I execute better. And especially when I use my phone. I don't use laptop to trade. That's a silly excuse. You get, so I noticed that my analysis, my execution, everything, I do it better with MT5. So basically, the next problem I'm getting is going to be, if the problem is not MT5 based, I'm not taking it. I'm going to get an MT5 based problem. So basically, as I said before earlier today, I made a video that I was going to put a break on this problem, but I don't know, due to the comments that I've seen, recently today. I just said let me read a few comments, from the comment section. So I saw some encouraging comments. So basically, you know, I don't think I'm going to put a pause on this prophet. I'm going to get this prophet, guys. Best believe by the grace of God. We get this prophet. We get this prophet. First one day, you know. Guys, I believe that when things are getting tough, when the tough times reach, it means that I am very close to a breakthrough. Okay, so basically, when things are getting harder, and harder, it means that you're getting close to your breaking point. You're getting close to that last one that once you break, you find your treasure. When a rocket is going to the moon or wants to escape the Earth's gravitational force, when it gets to that point, of escape velocity, it is very, very hard. That's when you see fire. If you're watching a movie, you start seeing fire on the rocket. You get, so that is the hardest point, that the rocket has to break through, for it to get to space or get to the moon. So basically, when things are getting hard, when hard times, when it's very hard, it means you are almost at your breakthrough, guys. It means that the victory is near. So I can taste the victory. I can taste it because I can taste it. I can't just explain it. But I just need to push forward and push harder. Yet I just need to push harder. So if this is your first time on my channel, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, as I'm going to be posting a video every single day for the next 322 days of the year 2025. I'm just going to be using one strategy for the next 322 days of the year 2025. I'm also going to be passing my profit this February, guys. I'm going to be passing my profit this February. Just time just needs to, just needs to catch up. I time just needs to catch up. You know, just needs to catch up with what I'm seeing, my vision. So basically, I'm going to be posting a clip, the next clip on my on the setups I took today, the two losses I took, you know, and yeah, that's basically gonna be it. Yeah, I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Adios, familia. So, guys, basically, retrospectively looking back, I actually saw this trade yesterday. You know, the market giving me this inducement right here. After giving me this inducement for the market to come to my decision level, then went down to my 5 minutes. My 5 minutes. To look for hammerheads. Saw this first hammerhead that the market gave. Um, wait a minute. Okay, saw this first hammerhead right here. The market gave this hammerhead. Put my stop loss below here. Now that I'm looking at this chart, I am supposed to have lost only one trade, man. Only one trade, guys. Let's go to the 15 minutes. Wow, 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 just wow. So basically, saw this hammerhead right here. I took this is not a hammerhead. Yeah, this one. I saw this one right here. Took it. Put my stop loss below this zone. You know, below this zone. Putting my stop loss below this zone. It hit me out. Hit me out. You know, hit me out. I'm supposed to have lost only one trade today, but unfortunately, I lost another trade here. I took another trade here. I don't know. I don't actually know why I took that trade, but I am supposed to have lost only one trade right there because there's only one. I'm seeing only one hammerhead candle right here. Only this one. You know, I'm seeing only this hammerhead candle touching this zone. And after this hammerhead, I'm supposed to put my stop loss below this low actually, which wasn't, which wasn't below this low actually, which wasn't actually tapped till the direction changed from bullish to bearish. So basically, I'm supposed to have lost one trade here, but I lost two trades for some reason. Then the market again gave this second setup. You know, with this inducement right here. If you go to the 15 minutes, you see the inducement properly. Then after giving us that inducement, it gave us this hammerhead candle right here. Then stop loss above. Then after giving us this hammerhead, stop loss above. After the stop loss above, we would have put our TP below, giving us a 1 is to, I think a 1 is to 4, at least 70. A 1 is to 4, I guess so. So giving us a 1 is to 4 trade. I guess this would have been a break even. Okay, this is 60, right? The minute, this is 60. Let's carry it down to like 90, then it would have been 90 times 4 would have been 76. Almost at TP sha. Then reversed, came back, so that hit break even. Then would probably have entered from here, this second place, right here. Stop loss above here, same, then TP down here. So basically, in all truth and honesty, sincerity, after taking a review on these trades I took yesterday, I see that I'm supposed to have closed yesterday with a 3R. Yeah, supposed to have closed yesterday with a 3R. But things happens. You get with a 3R at least, or a 2R. I'm supposed to have closed yesterday with a 2R. But things happen. So guys, that's it. This is your first time on my channel. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. And yeah, I'm gonna be seeing you guys in future. Cheers.